Hello everyone, I've been inspired by a tarot reader and to talk about something I learned, and this is way back when I was writing Touched by Angels. And the reason I wrote Touched by Angels was because I'd had some disturbing experiences. I'm sat in my car, as you can see, in a beautiful part of Surrey, and the sun's shining, and that was inspiration as well. And it's a nice warm windy day. Anyway, getting back to Touch by Angels. So I had some disturbing experiences. I thought I was going a bit crazy. My family thought I was having some kind of breakdown, but it wasn't. It was a breakthrough. Spirit was trying to reach me. I saw a video after my mother died on the wall appear. This was before I wrote Touch by Angels. And I was working full-time as a legal secretary in London, and this video appeared of my aunt who'd passed on. I'd rung my her husband, my uncle, and I said, I've had a dream about my aunt. I was in the back of a taxi. She looked really young. She looked really pretty and young and happy and youthful, and she looked fantastic actually. And I can't remember much of it, but I turned to her and I said, well, what's this? How can this be happening? Because am I dreaming? And she said, no, you're not dreaming. She said, I wanted to visit you, and I have to get out now. That's all I remember. She said, I've got to get out. And she said, it's lovely speaking to you. And she got out the taxi. And getting back to the movie that appeared, I had white walls in this house when I divorced back in the 80s. And she appeared to me then. And I began to speak to her, conversations with her. So that was the very first thing. But there were some other experiences when I had gallbladder problems, and it was my new guide coming in who spoke to me. It was in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I remember. And he said, go downstairs. I was in great pain. And he said, you need to go to hospital. Because he said, put your hands on your stomach and move them up. And he kept going up to where the gallbladder was situated. So I didn't know much about medical affect the body, just basics like everyone knows really. So he said he could remove it so far, the pain went away. He said, but it will come back, you need to go to hospital. So I went to hospital. And they said, I said, what size are the stones? And they said, all sizes. So I went to a spiritualist church, and they said, I said, well, what's there? And this was for a scan, an ultra scan. I'm moving on now. And they said, well, they've all disappeared. So I did put it down to the fact that I'd had spiritual healing. So we had some bumps in the night, and my girls would wake up and say, Mum, there's we can hear footsteps, and that kind of thing, weird. And it was years later, when I'd moved from there, that I was having conversations with different ascended masters and angels, beginning to contact the angels. And I realised that there was more. There was more to this life in spirit. Although I'd had relatives pass on, I won't focus on the communication I had with them. I just wanted to say that what did I learn from this? I learned that we all really need to align the energy centers in our body. That's what I learned. I decided to do things properly, not just learn off the cuff, so to speak, but you have to be in a good place to communicate with the higher realms, and to do it, to try to communicate and take a shortcut is really a disadvantage to you in the long run. So a good way to start, I learned Reiki, and another good way is meditating. And I didn't like meditation. I found it boring. I'll be honest with you. I found it boring. And now I love meditation. And I'm about to teach somebody to be a Reiki master very shortly. And I've done that before anyway. But so I'm not going to ramble on, because that's one of my down things. But I won't talk about negative things, because tarot reader who I follow has said don't touch on negative things. So I'm going to end it there, and sending lots of love to you. And it's the highest form of energy is love. Love is all, God tells me. So this is my very first live recording, and I've got to say bye for now, because I'm sat in my car and I'm going to move on. Bye for now.